And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he's got some space here. And they can't bring him down. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 34 yards there and a 1st down. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Right back to him on 1st down. My word, it'll be nothing short of a monstrous loss on the play, and that's going to bring up a... Second and forever. The 1st down play, to be frank, nothing short of awful, and now they have to deal with 2nd and very long. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown, Chicago. Andre Roberts, 93 yards. And his guys are just an extra point away now from taking the lead in this game. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
We all knew the situation. We're in the 4th quarter. Who's going to step up and make the big play? Well, we just saw it, didn't we? Took their shot, downfield, got it, and now they're in a great position to take the lead.
Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Throwing now is Brady. Wide open, Julian Edelman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Now Brady. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Back to throw, Brady. Got a man complete. It's Chris Hogan. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time, gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on.
Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Chicago. Andre Roberts in the final minute. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Mahomes to throw. And it is caught. They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead. Well, they had guts to go for that, and they got it. Now, if you're the defense, you feel some major pressure, don't you?
Well, they put it on you, haven't they? They've told you that you are the unit they believe in. We'll find out now if they can make it hold up. But, boy, just going for it in that spot.
I know, right?
Amazing.
And now out come the Patriots. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And Brady's throw there, incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
He'll look to throw. Goes underneath here to White. A beautiful spin and room to run. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. And they'll spike it here at 27 seconds.
They're coming. They're coming. Here we go. Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. White 20. White 20. We got three. Three down. White 10.
He's back to throw.
Crash
This is complete to guess who? Gronkowski again. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. And he clocks it with just 10 seconds left. And it's incomplete. And now we're down to 10 seconds.
Start fast, fellas. Start fast. Crash. Blue 20. White 20. 50.
They'll look to throw. Shakes off the sack. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And everybody thinking about the possible field goal on 4th. It would be 58 yards from here.
White 20. White 20.
One final try now for Brady. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Snatched by the safety, Ed Reed. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters.
Welcome in, everyone. I'm your host, Jonathan Coachman, and this is Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one on tap between the Chicago Tigers
and the offense gets set here for a third down play.
Three down. Set. Wide 80.
From the 50, it's Smith.
Blitz.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Tressway now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
Two tights. Hey, 4 down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Give the tackle there to Josh Norman.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Strong right. Hurry up, here we go.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Tackle made there by Mason Foster.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now Elway to throw. Over the middle, Sharp's got it complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. 1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
All right, here we go. Green 39.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he finds his target. It's Sharp. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Well, they did the part they had to do. Quick throw got the 1st down.
But that doesn't allow them to relax. They still have plenty of work to do.
Blue 90.
Delay of game, offense.
So that'll back him up 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
All right, here we go. Blue 90.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Chicago! Andre Roberts, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And his guys have taken the lead here in the 4th. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Alex Smith and the offense heading out for their next possession. This is something we've seen many times over the course of his career. Can he pull off another 4th quarter comeback?
And it's very strange, isn't it? Because when it's a player of this magnitude, even though the guys on defense have the lead and are sitting in the best spot, they're maybe the most nervous people in the stadium because they've seen this happen to too many people before, too many teams. They've got to find a way to shut him down.
Here we go again for the grizzled vet. The Redskins on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 8.
Set. Wide.
Smith now to throw.
Watch Mike. Outside's coming.
And this is going to be incomplete. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
Smith.
Blitz.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And interesting there, a loss of 15 yards on the return, but the possession of the football is theirs as they take over.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short,
All right, here we go.
as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Oh, Elway's going to throw it, letting one go deep for Roberts. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in.
Oh, yeah, that's a score.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Andre Roberts, 54 yards. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Elway to throw. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead.
Here they come, here they come, here they come. Hot.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better.
No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Joey Bosa in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Come on, fellas. Ice it out.
And now down to 14 as he spikes it to stop the clock. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's 3rd down.
Ready? Wide 80. Ice it out.
3rd and long, it's Smith. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
And this is caught. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Charles, in this one, I think the storyline really, the 4th quarter, coming into it neck and neck, but they were able to separate, put their foot on the gas, and get the win.
And since you mentioned neck and neck, I'm going to stay with a little bit of a horse racing theme. It was that close, and then really went into the gallop and finished it.
Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando.
Here come the Tigers as they get set to go on first down.
Double tight. 3 down, 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. A gain of 3, second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Play action. It's Elway. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings... Up third down. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go.
Here's Mahomes, his first throw since coming in. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Chicago. Andre Roberts, 67 yards. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Yes, it was a touchdown, and not just a TD, but how about a long touchdown that puts them in a great position now.
And now just an extra point away from tying this thing. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
I know there's some time on the clock, but I still think you kick the extra point there and don't go for 2 and go for the win in that spot.
Yeah, time or no time, why not just take the 1 and even the score?
And then that way, no matter what, at least you know what you're dealing with now. It's a whole different strategy. You got to decide whether you're going to onside kick or just try and play defense and get the ball back.
Left.
Back to throw, Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught at the 10. A huge play there for Chicago. 52 yards.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. You got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Mahomes now on the sneak. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Tight end right.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. The Ram fans in this old stadium on their feet. 3rd and goal.
Let's go, D.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there in the final minute. And his guys have taken the lead here in the fourth. Mahomes now going to lead his guys up for the two-point try.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Set to return. This is Brandon Cooks. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And the Rams now coming out on the field. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Now gone. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that. But it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A huge play there for Chicago. 51 yards. Well, in overtime, I think coaches always wondering, where's that magic line for my kicker? They're already in field goal range after that big play.
I'm glad you brought that up because that magic line can change throughout the game. It's constantly being updated by teams. It starts with pregame. Okay, how do you feel? As the game goes on, they might ask him again, still feel that same number? Is it a different number? Right hash, left hash? What do you need? And that goes into the play calling in OT.
Hey, welcome in, everyone, to another edition of the NFL and Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a good one in store between the Chicago Tigers and the San Francisco 49ers. With that, let's get you out to Silicon Valley, Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, as we welcome in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Up in the booth with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden, and kickoff straight ahead, CD. What's one thing that you're going to have your eye on?
I think about what the great coaches of the past always said, the key to any ball game. Can you rush theirs and protect yours? Well, in this case, both of these teams get after the quarterbacks. I'm watching the pass rush.
So the 49ers, they're getting set to go on offense. 1st and 10.
3 down. Here we go.
Here's McKinnon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. The tackle goes to Harrison Smith. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they...
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Joey Bosa. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
In there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight. And the blitz does come. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They fake the give. Now Elway. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A huge play there for Chicago. 78 yards. Well, I guess at the very least, they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. Only a yard on the sneak, not what he was hoping for, and it's 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. It's a quarterback sneak, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. John Elway with time running out. And his guys have taken the lead here in the 4th.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. A field goal does them no good. They need a touchdown.
And right now, in his mind, in his memory bank, he's drawing on times that he's done this before. Not necessarily in the NFL. College, high school, pee-wee ball, wherever.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, This is a dream. He could have fair caught that
Now
one.
let's go.
That was way too
3:19.
easy.
3:19.
Elway wants to throw. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. How good has he been throwing the football, though? Despite that incompletion, that's just the third time he's been
All right,
off
here we
target
go.
this entire game.
3:39.
And Brandon, I've been on the other side of this
3:39.
equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot, and it chips away at your confidence.
Detroit!
And when you're not
Detroit!
confident when you're trying to defend, it makes you slower to the football, and it leads to more completions for them.
And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, partner, even though my phone alarm failed me this morning and I missed our AM workout, we still made it through this thing together, didn't we?
Well,
Hey, it's the coach at our Tiburon Studios in Orlando.
And the offense getting set as they've got it first and goal from the 10.
Gun! Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Now Elway on first down. The quick slant caught. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's second and goal.
56.
Elway to throw on second. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. In for the score. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit. Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2. So he's hit pay dirt twice, but still they're facing that deficit here in the second half.
So they're going to see if they can continue to find ways to get him the football, because obviously something is working for him to find the end zone twice. In any event, however this turns out, he's going to be hard to deal with in the film room, isn't he? He's going to want to know why he's not getting more passes thrown to him.
Those big tight ends are getting greedy. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Onto the field now come the Bears. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Now Trubisky to throw. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Ryan Shazier coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player. Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you...
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Darius Slay with a pick. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you could hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turn to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
On first, they'll throw with Elway. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Here's Elway to throw. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. As his guys are in for 6. And his guys are able to make this a close game again. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion.
Mike. Gone!
Elway looking to pass again. And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. He hits the big target for the two-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open, but you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
They go with Howard again, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
180!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Fielded at about the 28. Powering his way forward. Now, a nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
3 down. Hurry up, here we go. 3:19.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Able to push his way through. Refusing to go down. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Andre Roberts, 35 yards. And his guys have taken the lead here in the 4th. What a comeback. 3 fourth-quarter touchdowns. They've turned this game upside down.
It just tells you one more time, it's not over till it's over, right? You got to continue to battle, continue to play, and you walk a fine line as the team with the lead too, don't you? Trying to drain clock,
Yep.
Yet at the same time continue to move because otherwise you bog down. In this case, though, it's been a heck of a comeback.
It has been one heck of a comeback. You're right, though. Maybe on the other side being a little too conservative at times, and we see what's happened.
You wonder about Atlanta, Super Bowl 51?
Yep. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Key to tight end. Sit up. 180.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Burton. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a 1st down. Now it's Trubisky. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And it's 2nd down. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
18's moving. 18's moving.
He's back to throw. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And a loose football. And this is going to go the other way. The defense has it.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
180.
Here's Trubisky.
Get that quarterback.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 49.
Let's go.
Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
They go play action here on 1st down. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
No.
That was a dangerous throw towards the end zone. Boy, did it hang up there forever. Wanted to run up there and pull it down out of the sky.
Yeah, felt like it really should have been intercepted. Lucky to have that one back.
You've got to be more careful when you're that.
And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. And Charles, the defender, was there. He just didn't get it.
Sometimes these plays turn into basketball.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. I'm your host, Jonathan Coachman, and this is Madden Ultimate Team. Up next, we've got what should be a great matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Los Angeles Chargers. I'll talk to you again at halftime, but for the call of this one, let's send it out to our EA Sports broadcast team. It's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Before kickoff, Charles, quickly, your keys to the game.
Well, partner, I could give you the standard ones, turnovers, special teams play. But here's one that doesn't get talked about much anymore, and that's time of possession. Whoever controls the football, gives their defense a break, and takes care of business, that's the team that's going to win this ball game.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25.